What's going on, guys? I'm going to look at a little technical analysis here on the NASDAQ futures. Now, kind of liking a little bit of a short-sided bias tomorrow. Again, depends on what we do in the overnight session, what we do come tomorrow's open. Tomorrow's going to be the 6th. One thing that I'm looking at here is we got this big upwards trend line here that we're, this upwards trend that we're holding. I could see us coming down and testing our daily 10. I'll zoom in just a minute, but I want to give you guys just like a brief overview. So right now we're, kind of trading right around VWAP. We're also trading below the 20 SMA, which for me is bearish. So, definitely have room to bounce 21,700s, which is about 130 points away from here. You can definitely try to come up and make a little bit of a lower high, but this high right here at 21,935 is standing out because we kind of swept this whole consolidation zone. And if you look at this consolidation zone, this is going all the way back 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 days. So you're looking at about almost 4 weeks of price action that has just been consolidating. So if you found it a little trickier the past 3 to 4 weeks taking trades, if you've maybe gotten stopped out, if you feel like you can't get a good read of the market, this is why. I mean, we've been in distribution for quite some time. We've broken out of the distribution twice, but we are not holding highs. So this is a double top right here. Again, obviously anything over 21,935, it's going to be worth a shot, right? It's going to be worth a shot to get into 22,000. That's what I'm looking at here, 22,323. This is my macro key area here that I'm looking at, really focused on that. My macro key area to the downside is 20,944. Now, obviously, this is a humongous range. I'm not expecting for a full breakdown to 20,940 or 22,000 tomorrow. So we have to kind of zoom in and see, the smaller picture, right? So if you look at the drop from today, we're creating a little bit of a flag, right? So you're getting a little bit of a dead cat bounce, a little bit of a dead cat bounce. If this spikes over our daily 5, right around 21,620, and it gets rejected, and we can't really get a closure, right? Let's say, come New York, we get this spike and then we fall back down and we try to reclaim it and then it loses that area. If you get a pattern like that, use this high as your gauge. If you stay below that, you want to stay short into 21,480, okay? Now, let's say we kind of just trickle around under it and we test it a few times and we're trickling down come the New York Open. I would let the shorts go at that point in time, right? Because if you sweep this daily 10, a lot of times what's going to happen off the New York Open, it's going to sweep that area, it's going to trap a bunch of shorts, and then it's going to do something like this, right? And then it might start working its way back up in this channel. So the area that I really don't want to be trading inside of is below, in between 21,480 and 21,618. So about a 200 point range. This range here I expect to be very, very choppy. I'd like to get a breakdown, right? I'd like for this move to happen like this, and then we get that breakdown so I can short from up here, short off this resistance into this support, and then hold a runner to see if we can test this trend line. Now, if we do break that trend line that I just drew, okay, let's zoom out again. If we do start to get some big kind of spike, and then we lose that trend line and the daily 10 acts as resistance, we've got a lot of room down. You can look at some prior swing lows here and here, but we've got a lot of room down to 20,944. This is probably going to set up a much more beautiful trade than if we kind of just grind to the high side and kind of test this area. And even if we break that area, that's going to be a little bit more of a choppier, slow grinding trade. Remember, right? It's always the staircase up. Okay. It's always the staircase up, and it's always, you guys already know what's coming. It's always the elevator down, right? The moves to the downside. Look at the moves to the downside here. Look at the move to the downside here. Look at the move to the downside here. Look at the move to the downside here. The moves to the downside are much more violent. Look at the grind higher. This is a slow, choppy grind. Slow, choppy grind. Slow, choppy grind. This is absolutely nothing. We went nowhere. Slow, choppy grind. Slow, choppy grind to the upside. this absolutely went nowhere, and then slow choppy grind to the upside. So the moves to the upside, when you get those trends that are going higher, you're really trying to buy the bottoms, buy the bottoms, buy the bottoms, or you're trying to buy the flag breakouts, flag breakouts, flag breakouts. But the moves to the downside, all you're really looking for is like that quick, clean rejection, look for that lower high, and then boom, go short, right? You're looking for a break underneath a daily moving average, a previous day low, and then you're looking for a back test, a break and retest, and then go, right? So the moves to the downside could present you with a lot of opportunity to make money very, very quickly. If you guys want to trade with me each and every single day, join Evolution Traders. I do also run a 30-day mentorship program where I call it the circuit breaker. And it's a circuit break. It's called the circuit breaker for a reason, because we're going to get into your interwirings inside of your brain, inside of your trading, and we're going to try to crack that circuit. We're going to try to rewire that circuit. So again, if that's something you want to do, that's a little bit more intent. It requires you to actually be a little bit more serious, show up every single day, and try to work a steady, fast plan, then do the mentorship. If you just want to get involved with the live trading and you just want to, join the room, kind of watch some update videos and get access to my course, become a gold member. With that being said, I'll catch all of you guys on the next video.